Here's our 2012 GMC Savana Explorer conversion van. It's a limited SE. Every option that I believe you can possibly get on these conversion vans. You see it's got LED lights down here. Of course, the stainless steel mesh grills, the full bumper cover. 5.3 liter engine. Brand new battery. Go ahead and shut the prop rod. Hood shuts fine. This is a salvage title. I actually had passenger side front end damage. Both sides of the vehicle were painted. I'll explain to you why here in just a second. The hood was not touched whatsoever. The front bumper cover was new. I believe this went into a ditch, and when it went into a ditch, it basically knocked the front bumper off. I know there was a lot of dirt in the front end. It has been aligned. It runs and drives true and straight. Of course, the tire tread's perfect. Only about 14,000 miles on this Savana. Both front fenders, when the front bumper cover hit the ditch, it dented the fenders up in here, so the fenders have been replaced. And then on this particular side, there was damage to the rocker down here along the bottom on the step, and there was damage to the bottom of the door here as well. The door has been replaced, of course the fender's replaced, and then the rocker's replaced, and then the step here was replaced. Coming back here on the back side of the vehicle, the doors were untouched damage-wise, but both of the moldings here along the bottom were kind of cracked. I don't know if they hit weeds or sticks or whatever, but they were cracked. These have all been replaced, all brand new. I'll do a little walk around here. This door panel's all original. Now this rubber molding was a little damaged and whatnot, but you see it still functions just fine. You do have power seats, heated seats, and down here is your cup holder. We got a little coolers. We got more cup holders here in the center. Our remotes. Now this is an 8-door Savana van, so we have doors on both sides passing all the way through. It's a double door here on both sides. Now these seats, they do swivel, and then of course they will recline. Looking up top, we've got a Vizio flat screen TV. This does have onboard Wi-Fi, and then you can hook up all your video games. This is your DVD player, and then of course your internet as well. You can turn your TV speakers, so if you're watching the TV, there is headphones here. We got a pair of headphones, so if you're watching the TV, you can watch or listen to the TV. If you have kids in the back, you can listen to the TV separate than the actual radio on the front. And here we've got lighted storage. Got one cubby there. There's one here, a bigger one back there. Moonroof does open. Of course, we've got lighted ambiance here. And then there is curtains. So the curtains do go up and down. Really nice and easy. Curtains on all the windows except for the obviously the front windshield, and then the front 2 doors. Now this does have the upgraded paint job on it. As you can see, it's got the 2-tone faded paint job. It's a little darker on the bottom, a little more gold up at the top. The upgraded 20-inch wheels. Again, nice looking rubber there on the rear. This is a rear wheel drive unit. There's no damage whatsoever on the back of the vehicle. As you can see here, the back does fold down flat into a bed, and it is power. Looking here on the sides, you got USB ports here, cup holders, of course armrests. You got a dimmer switch right there. The dimmer switch controls the lighting back here in case you want a little bit brighter or lighter. And then the back seat's power. Now, about the only glitch with this vehicle, the only hiccup, is the backup camera, which I'll explain that to you once we get up inside the cab. But there is a backup camera, and as you can see down here, there is a hitch as well. Again, the shades here on the back doors. This is the Explorer Limited SE. No paint work was done on the back at all. Now, of course, being that there is a two-tone faded paint job on here, since the other side we had to replace the door, you have to paint the entire side of the vehicle, whether it's damaged or not, in order to make that fade look perfect all the way down the vehicle. This side here was not damaged per se, but there was a couple scratches on this door coming back to here. So, and they were very heavy, about an inch wide. So unfortunately we had to paint this entire side as well, just to cover up the scratches that were there. No potty panels were replaced on this side whatsoever. And you can see down here along the bottom edge, there is some scuffs there on the lower rocker. You hardly see it with the dark paint there, but there is scuffs there along the bottom. Of course, all the doors shut really nice, looks really well. Again, if I wasn't clear, this is a salvage title. There's one little ding right here on the bumper cover, on the rear bumper. And then there was one more. When they were cutting the hole, since this fender had to be replaced, these vents are aftermarket. They come with the Explorer conversion van body package. And when they were cutting the hole out for the fender, they made a little bit of a ripple here on top of the vent. In other words, that's the only things I can point out to you body-wise. It is a high-top conversion. Everything on this van functions 100%, with the exception of the backup camera. Now, I don't think this radio is original to the vehicle. The reason for it is two reasons. One is, when you hit the menu, the hybrid pops up. None of this works. So I believe this radio came from a hybrid vehicle. We did not install it. Of course, the radio works 100%. But when you put it into reverse, you'll see here that it says service backup camera or service revision system. That's because the backup camera is not hooked up to the radio. It's hooked up to the rearview mirror. Now, the glitch with the backup camera is a couple of times, not every time, but about 1 in 5 times that you use the backup camera, or that you put it into reverse, and this will come on automatically, but about 1 in 5 times your image will not show up. I believe it is, there it went out, but see, whenever you tap on the screen here, sometimes it goes on, sometimes it goes off. This unit is part of the Explorer conversion van. There you can see it kind of goes on and off. This is from the Explorer unit. This is not a GMC rearview mirror. Look in here. The vehicle has currently 14,813 miles. I'm going to go ahead and do a fresh restart for you so you can see all the lights that come on and go off. 14,813 miles. And the only lights on right now is telling me to put my seatbelt on. I'll go ahead and put that on for you. And now that light went out. A couple features about the vehicle. Of course, it has OnStar, AC. Of course, the heat and AC all work just fine. Our Radio. Radio works well. I don't know if I showed you or not, but there was a subwoofer there in the far back on the passenger side. There's an amplifier underneath the back seat, and this little switch here controls the amount of bass going to the subwoofer. So if you want a little more bass or not, it will do that. We do have 2 sets of keys for this, and it does have remote start. So we can go ahead, start it up one more time. And you can see here we've got all your radio control functions are here on the steering wheel, and your cruise control functions are here. Looking up above, here we've got, this is for your moonroof. You can see moonroof opening and closing. We got your lower indirect lights, ceiling lights, cabinet lights, and driving lights. I like the driving lights, I always leave them on. But the other 3 lights, as you can see, they can be turned off just from up here in front. Now, we do have 3 different remote controls for this. You can, like I say, it does have Wi-Fi, so you can actually download Netflix or Amazon, or you can search all of that here on the back. On the TV. So basically it all hooks up. You can link it up to your phone, download movies as you go, watch TV, whatever you need to do. This here is the remote for the TV, and I'm not exactly sure what this unit is, so I can't tell you too much about that, but there is a remote for it. Otherwise, we'll take her out, go down the road. No squeaks or rattles there going over the bumps. No problem steering the vehicle whatsoever. I believe this chassis is the 3LT, the LT3, depending upon however you look at it. Basically means it's got every option whatsoever that you can possibly get on the Savana chassis van. Now, being it's a high top van, you do hear a little bit of wind noise up there, as you would with any high top. Cruise is on, doing 61 miles an hour there, and we'll go ahead and set our cruise. The green light come on right here, that just says the cruise is set. The TV works, the DVD player works, everything in this van works, like I said. The only glitch, electronic or mechanically that I told you about, I pointed out here in the video. Basically, the biggest glitch to know about is just your rear view camera. Sometimes doesn't work. I think, and I don't know, but I think maybe all you need to do is get a new rear view mirror. I think that's in here is the problem. Like I say, when you tap on the mirror, it seems to go in and out. So I don't know if they're cheap and they always go out, or if it's something that broke in the accident. You can see we're going straight down the road here. We're going to be climbing a hill. I'm not touching the steering wheel whatsoever. Still not touching the steering wheel. And you can see we're going straight down the road. Still not touching it. My hands here, not touching it. Still going straight down the road. So, runs and drives great. Steers great. You go ahead and get lined up here. Down here, fuel range. Your average economy, it's a little low right now because I've been doing the test drive video. We took this on a little bit of a road trip, and we averaged, I believe it was around 16, 17 miles per gallon is kind of what we overall averaged. Right now it's reading just shy of 14. Engine hours are 891. And we'll go ahead. Hitting the brakes pretty good and hard. I'm not touching the steering wheel. The phone went flying there, and brakes straight. Steers good. Pull over here, and I didn't think I'd have enough battery life or room on my car to do this complete video, so I cut a couple things out to make it short. So I will go ahead and show you a few things that I cut out. For one, this here is your subwoofer, and in this storage compartment here, this is your jack. Underneath here is your amplifier. And then this little handy dandy packet of all your owner's manuals for all the equipment to show you how to kind of use it all. Go ahead and stuff that back down in here. Now, go ahead and grab the remotes. And as you can see, the TV turns on. Shut the doors here, make it a little darker, a little easier to see. Now, here we've got the TV speakers are in the off position. So all you can do is grab a pair of headphones and listen to them on the headphones. There is volume, so you can make the volume go up and down. But if you want to hear it over, if you don't want to use the headphones, you just click this button here, turn it on, and then the volume's down a little bit right now.
You know, it wasn't always like this. I helped save the Emperor's life. Found a rewarding career. Oops, next slide, next slide. I even made some great new friends.
Turn the volume down a little. And then, of course, we've got your touch light, map lights here. You got 2 in the back as well. And then you have them here above your driver cab. Otherwise, like I say, I think that pretty much concludes our video. I think I've showed you everything I can possibly show you on this. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. FYI, the DVD comes with the van, so you already got 1 DVD to go with it. So, if you have any questions, shoot us an email. Thank you.